Good morning, welcome to day 88 of your daily wellness. Today we are doing Makko Ho, which is, I'm sure I didn't pronounce that right either, which is a Japanese practice, a traditional or ancient practice, which is supposed to do the 6 moves that sort of balance out the elements. Kind of works on the 5 element theory, really similar to the Taoist theory and practices, and in fact same sort of elements connected with the same organs, but here we have kind of like a yoga pose for each one, so we're going to practice those. So the first one that we're going to do, we're going to practice them. They're not really a flow, they're more like individual moves that give us a bit of focus. So the first one is for your lungs. So coming into standing position, we're going to open the chest, reach the hands down behind as if we're sending palms backwards. Lengthen, take a moment to look up. As we exhale, we're going to forward fold, lifting the arms up, as if we're trying to bring kind of the back of the hands together. Breathe. So this is, like I said, for lungs, for metal. Release it down. That was the first one. If you want to, though, if it makes you more comfortable, you can interlace the fingers like we do in a regular yoga class. It's really up to you. The next one we're going to do is for spleen, or stomach, spleen, pancreas, and this one is earth. And we begin this one. Now there's going to be several options depending what's comfortable for you. You can use a block or some cushions between the feet to give you a bit of a lift. Otherwise, we're going to take the feet to the sides and sink down to the floor. This may already be too much for your knees, so we can stay kneeling tall, like I said, or use the blocks and cushions. Otherwise, we're going to start to take the weight back onto elbows. Scoop the tailbone under. This is a big stretch through here, so if this is as far as you're at today, stay here, no shame in it. Otherwise, we bring it all the way down. And the last part is taking the arms above the head. This may be a big strain on the knees, quads, or lower back. So take an option that's good for you. As you come out of this one, be very careful to squeeze the core in, use the hands to support, and come out gently for the lower back. So whatever option you did, we just take a small counter stretch there because we had a lot of pressure on the lower back. So next we come to the heart. This is associated with fire, and we come into basically the yogic Uttanasana pose, or butterfly pose. So bringing the soles of your feet together, take a moment to press firmly from the little toes all the way down to the heel, and start to lengthen up, taking hold of either ankles or the feet. Take a few breaths to inhale and lift. Exhale, opening the hips. This is good. If you imagine, visualize your heart, so visualize that opening of the chest, that lift of the heart. So then coming out of that one a little bit easier. So the next one is your kidneys. This is water. So coming into a seated position with the legs out long helps to take the flesh away from your sit bones. Inhale, lengthen, take the arms up, and then we reach towards the toes. Now they may not reach the toes, it may just be here. We may have a little bend on the legs. Find an option that works for you. Maybe you start with bent legs and just take a couple of breaths to start to straighten them out. Neck is nice and loose. And then we release it. The next one is associated with triple heater. And I'm not sure why they do this in this order. In the Taoist one, they tend to do the triple heater at the end as a kind of a finishing, joining of all the practices. But here, they do it after the kidneys. So coming into a cross-legged position, or easy pose in yoga terms, and then taking opposite hand to opposite knee, and then we fold. Breathing nice and deep for a couple of beats. Release it off, take the arms the other way, other arm on top. And then the last pose that we come to is liver. Liver is wood. So for wood, we're going to take one leg out to the side. Reach the hand again towards the foot. You can bend the leg if you need to bend the leg to get it there, or we can just reach towards somewhere else on the leg. Open the chest, and kind of rotate up as we take one hand towards the foot, leg, bent leg, whatever works for you. And we will reach the other arm up and to the corner of the room. Again, neck is loose, take a couple of breaths. Release it up. Same on the other side, take the leg out. Hand to the foot, open, rotate the chest forwards and then up as we reach up and over. This grip on your foot can be through the arch, through the outside, through the big toe, or like I said, anywhere on the leg. Good, release it off. Now, for the next part of the practice, those are the 6 moves. You're going to choose your favourite of those moves, or maybe if you've forgotten them all, just choose the one that you can remember. For me, my favourite is the Uttanasana. So that's what I'm going to choose. So choose your favourite move and we perform that move. Whichever it is, you don't have to do the same one I'm doing. And then for the next part, you're going to choose your least favourite move. So for me, that was the stomach, spleen and pancreas. I imagine this is the same for many people. And we're going to perform your least favourite move. So these two help to balance out. Whichever your least favourite was, come into that for a couple of breaths. Whichever depth, whatever level works for you. Good. Gently coming out of your least favourite. And then to finish off, we repeat all 6 moves again. So we'll do those together. Coming into standing, hands behind, open the chest first, lengthen down, open up. And then we forward fold. Hands can interlace if they want to here. This is for lungs, this is for metal. And release it down. As we come down to the floor, we're coming into spleen. This was my least favourite. Repeat it. Spleen is for earth. Couple of breaths. And we release out. The next one is for heart and fire, the Uttanasana. Taking a couple of breaths in your Uttanasana pose, lifting the heart. And then we transition into the staff pose for kidneys, for water. Legs out long, inhale, exhale, reach. Knees can be bent or we can just be reaching to the legs, gripping the toes, outside, inside, whatever works for you. Releasing up. From there, cross-legged position. Opposite hand to knee and fold. Swap them round, other hand on the top, other hand on the bottom, and fold. The last move, taking one leg out to the side. Lengthen up, reach over towards the toe. Open the heart as we reach up and over. This one is for your liver. Had a blank moment there. And the other side. Reach up and over. Good, release off. Coming into whatever seated position feels comfortable for you. Take a few moments to allow that to sink in. Close your eyes. Breathe nice and deep. And you can practice this as many times or as often as you want. Ideally, you would practice all 6 moves maybe twice. Then do your favourite move, then your least favourite move, practice all the moves again, and then just finish taking a few breaths. Seated or lying down or standing up, whatever suits you. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you again tomorrow for your next dose of Daily Wellness.